Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This is one of them episodes. This ain't a history episode. This is the internet said. And the internet said we need more veterans, legends, icons, OGs to get back on the mic and drop material. That's what they said. That's the word, right? The Clipse dropped, and all of a sudden, everybody came out the woodworks talking about, yo, son, I told you, stop trying to put an age limit on the culture. Stop trying to put an age limit on us, man. Yo, all my OGs, y'all need to do this. Y'all need to get back out here. Yo, come on, son. Come on, yo. I'm feeling them. I feel it. I understand it. I get it. It's the thing. Here's where I have to step in and be me. The Clipse dropped the joint. The Clipse had a great campaign, by the way. Their rollout was magnificent. They were everywhere. Everywhere you looked, the Clipse were there promoting the coming of the album, letting you know they were dropping little joints. They made sure whatever little slick vibe they had on so and so, that was the topic of discussion. They did their thing. Mature audiences copped, listened, loved it, and then turned to the internet, turned to social media, got on YouTube, got on their podcast, and said, we need more veterans coming back into the game. And again, I'm listening, and I feel it. My problem with all of this is they've been here. They've been here. KRS-One since 1986, 1987 has been consistently dropping music. Cool G Rap still pops up every once in a while. LL Cool J just dropped the Force joint. If not last year, maybe like 2024, right? This is 2025, so 2024. LL Cool J just dropped an album. You know what I'm saying? This is not a new conversation. This is not even a conversation the thing about it is they're saying it's like there's no evidence, there's no examples in the parameter. There's no, I can't look over here and see that, or I can't go over here and see. Redman, Muddy Waters 2, dropped it. What are we talking about? Master Ace dropped 2 joints with Marco Polo. Ice Cube has dropped joints. Snoop has dropped joints. Too Short's dropping joints here and there. Bun B is another guy who as of late has been consistent. You know what I'm saying? Has been dropping joints. And I'm only dealing with dudes from the 80s and the 90s and maybe the early 2000s. Only then. Eminem consistently drops joints when he feels the need to come through and boom, boom, hit him off in the head, rock you in the joint like that. Ghostface dropped something if it wasn't 2023, 2024. AZ dropped the whole album, then dropped an EP this year. Smith & Wesson has a joint this year. What are we talking about? So I'm listening to these people, and I get in a couple of these comment joints, and I put the lineup down, and I'm like, yo, these artists are dropping joints. And then you get people going, well, I don't know who those dudes is. I don't listen to them dudes. I don't know who those guys are. I don't listen to them dudes. Sadat X got a song out, got a video and everything. I don't know who that is. I don't listen to them dudes. Hold on. So what are we talking about then? So we're not talking about artists in general. What we're talking about is my favorite artists. So now, and that Common, while I'm still out here dropping joints, Common and Pete Rock collabed on a joint. What are we, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure, what do you mean? Because here's the thing. The way I'm looking at it is, what you mean is, we need more cool kids to drop music. The Clipse was part of the Cool Kid crew. And when I say the Cool Kid crew, I mean you were heavy rotation on MTV. You got on pop radio. You were the darling of urban radio. You were that. You were in that mix. You were that. You know what I'm saying? So when I say you're part of the cool kids, the Clipse came in with Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? Pusha T was heavy with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? This album, there's no RZA track, there's no Static Selector joint, there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no Primo, Pete Rock. Yeah, it's very what it is. Guest stars. There's no Pharoah Monch. There's no, like, it ain't like he went out here and grabbed Black Thought. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they was like, yo, and now let's do something. Skills is from Virginia. Skills ain't pop up on the joint that I'm aware of. I ain't heard the album. But what I'm saying is, where are we at? What you mean is the cool kids? You mean you want another Chingy joint to drop? It'd be nice if Chingy dropped. It'd be nice if Luda come back around and give us something else new. Be nice if while Nelly and Ashanti are out here doing these TV shows that they go ahead and do their version of the Carters and come up with a nice little collab album. You know what I'm saying? That's what you mean. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people go, yo, I think Outkast should come back. But Goody Mob came back like a few years ago. Goody Mob dropped an album a few years ago. What are we talking about? Nobody was checking for that. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like we're looking for older artists. We're looking for the cool kids. The dudes that we used to get in the club to. Because all the names that I just mentioned, they're not the joints in the club. They're not the club joints. You know what I'm saying? Redman ain't really got no club music. Not no late 90s, 2000 joints. You know what I mean? Pharoah Monch had Simon Says, and that was about it. Boot Camp Clickers never provided that, so there was nothing like that from Smith & Wesson. KRS-One ain't got nothing like that for real. Rakim dropped an album a couple of years ago, or last year or something like that, right? The Seven Seals or something like that, right? What are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? There's artists out here, legendary artists out here that have dropped. Nobody went on this campaign. Nobody went out here and spoke like this last year when LL dropped, or the year, whatever year LL dropped with the Force joint. This wasn't a big deal. It was, and we're talking LL Cool J, by the way. We're talking the greatest of all time, the real GOAT of the hip hop musical movement. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's bigger than L, and I'm not here for the debate. I'm honestly telling you, all your favorite rappers that's doing what they're doing, L did it first. That's what makes him the GOAT. It ain't about who got the most XYZs. Who opened that door first and did it successfully first? That's LL. Drops a new album and with Q-Tip, by the way. I mean, I guess. But this right here is the joint that makes all of these dudes and chicks feel like, yo, man, we need more people to bring, you know what I'm saying? We need more veterans to step in and do their thing, man. There ain't no age limit to this hip hop thing. It's never been. KRS-One bars are still sharp. Rakim bars are still sharp. Redman wit is still sharp. Bars are crisp. What are we talking about? We're just picking and choosing on who to listen to, and that's the thing I'm trying to understand. How did we, you know what I mean? Because like I said, when I put them names out there, it's like, don't nobody listen to them. So what do you mean then? Hold on. How do y'all not like? I'm like, I don't know. I'm lost on where's the respect for the culture. It's kind of like when Lord Jamal was hating on Eminem out loud, and you had dudes going in, well, who's this dude? Like, first of all, who's this dude? Like, you're gonna complain about a dude and not look up who this dude is. It's crazy. This is Lord Jamal. Brand Nubian is our icons in the culture. You know, icons in this music game for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And even more so because people really were ready to write them off when Grand Poobah left, and they still was on top. Matter of fact, their album right after Grand Poobah left did better than Grand Poobah's solo album. Nobody wants to talk about it, but that joint was yeah. You know what I mean? But nobody knew who he was. So they just wrote this dude off. That's the vibe I'm getting when I hear people say Man, these dudes are showing that there ain't no age limit to this joint, man. You can go out here. We need more rappers doing that. And I look on my folder. I look at what I got. I'm looking at the joints that's in my joint of what I listen to, and I'm like, it's a gang of OGs right here. Like, hold on, so y'all ain't listening to none of this. None of this is coming by your earwaves. None of this is peeking on your radar. Nah, I ain't know Redman had a joint. Redman moves different. Redman wasn't doing what the Clipse did. Redman didn't also have Pharrell. Redman didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the big difference. It's a bigger difference depending on who you are and where the door is for you. You know what I'm saying? I remember, and I say this because this is how I felt in '98. Rakim comes, 18th letter drops, Source magazine. The same time the album is dropping, the Source magazine, and I think the very next issue it was Rakim on the cover, but they had the Firm on the cover. And it's like, hold on. The guard just came back. This is the comeback get down, and y'all ain't got him on the cover. They had it on the neck. I don't know what it was. Maybe things were misplaced, and they was like, yo, we gotta strike with this whole Firm thing, because the Firm is the hot, the new joint. The boom, boom, boom. We get on that. We get on our nostalgia and pay homage later. Rakim's album was cracking. Mixtape DJs was playing that joint. The hood was listening to the joint. No real singles. He ain't had no singles for real. But everywhere you went, people were rocking that joint. You know what I'm saying? The saga begins. It's been a long time. All of that joint was just jumping. You know what I'm saying? It was cracking. You know what I'm saying? Once again, back is it's the return of the yeah, son. We was out here rocking it. No crazy. Like, everybody dropped the ball on that album, but the heads knew. We were still in that we were still in that spot where the name piqued the interest to go check it out. Oh snap, Rakim got a joint. I gotta go check that out. Fast forward 2025, 2020s, these legends are still dropping joints, and only the purists, only the fans of these dudes and these females, because Light dropped an album in the last couple of years, by the way. Yes, MC Light. What are we talking? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I could keep sprouting out these names crazily, because it's like these dudes and these chicks on these podcasts and they're on social media kicking it to you like there's no legends out here. There's nobody doing anything. And it's like, nah. Great music is being dropped. Great music is being produced. Great music is being made. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. This is not me hating on the Clipse. This is not me hating people not even understanding that there's so much out here. This is me trying to put out the public service announcement. Our ears aren't open anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all sound real wild going, yo, that's what we need, son. And it's like, yo, Snoop dropped a joint. Redman dropped a joint. Dude, people are dropping joints. Y'all out, hold on. What do y'all mean? Ain't nobody out. Diamond D done dropped a third dime piece in the last couple of years. What are y'all talking about? I'm trying to understand, is it we want the legends to still be active, or is it we want the cool ones? The ones I used to bump in the club. Like, I would love for Mason Cam to just you know what I'm saying, drop a quick album for me, because I used to rock to them, son. Word. Lloyd Banks done dropped the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can keep going. Who are we? What's the difference between what the Clipse just done and all of these artists? And again, my take is, because in the 2000s, the Clipse music was in the clubs heavy. The Clipse music was on the radio heavy. MTV and BET played them heavy. They were in rotation heavy. Nobody was checking for a Master Ace in the 2000s. Nobody was checking for Smith & Wesson in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? LL, so we don't really want to check for LL. KRS-One's old, we don't want to check for son. You know what I'm saying? MC Lights, we don't really want to. I ain't checking for her. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like I'm AZ. Dog, I don't really know what AZ music like that. Okay. Slick Rick just dropped a whole album. Matter of fact, this year, like a couple of weeks ago. Again, I'm just pulling names out the cut. Slick Rick just dropped an album. Dudes is out here going, we need more, ain't no age limit on the joint, but you go, yo, Slick Rick dropped the joint. Huh? Nah, I mean, I don't listen to Slick Rick like that though. I mean, that ain't the same thing. Like, hold on, what are you talking about then? I mean, that's 80s, son. I mean, I'm just saying, like, he's older than either one of them dudes, and he dropped an album. He's an OG. Again, you mean the people that you rocked to in the clubs in your heyday. You just want to feel like, okay, it's still here. The thing is, it never left. A hip-hop head is a hip-hop head. The problem, a lot of dudes have an acquired taste, and they go, yo, I don't mess with such and such. I don't mess with this. I don't mess with that. I only mess with a little bit of this and this and that and the third. So the taste buds are different. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. A lot of these dudes have their joint don't expand. You know what I mean? They're in this space. This is it. This is all I listen to. I don't go nowhere else, man. I don't listen to nothing else. This is it right here. And the Clipse fall into that. This is it right here. For somebody like me, my ears are always open for new joints, older joints. At one point, Skyzoo and KRS-One were probably, to me, and Freddie Gibbs were like the most consistent artists. You know what I'm saying? Then Griselda came around, and it was like, okay, now they every time you look up Griselda, somebody from just the unit in general, there was always something dropping. You know what I mean? But yeah, there was a time where I could almost put it on my calendar. Okay, a Skyzoo album about to drop now. Okay, I'm about to just look up one day and they be like, yo, new KRS-One album. It's about to happen right. Boom. Might not happen when I say it, but then next thing you know, get an email alert. Hey, KRS-One has a new album. I'm like, what? KRS-One got a new album. Public Enemy just dropped some joints. I told you can keep going. I can keep doing this. This is not something that, you know what I mean? So when they say, oh man, hip hop ain't got no age limit, we need more dudes to do this, we need more ladies out here doing this, they are. Y'all aren't listening. Razzcast. They are. Look, I told you. All day, son. All day. Exhibit dropped an album this year. All day. All day. Y'all ain't checking. Y'all, I don't know what makes the Clipse like different than all of these other artists that I'm talking about. And again, I don't want it to come off like I'm hating on these artists. I'm just saying I personally don't know what makes the focus on them different than all of this other stuff. Other than these dudes their music was heavy in the club, and you're like, yo, I really wasn't checking for Exhibit like that. I really wasn't checking for Public Enemy like that in the 2000s. I was in the club rocking hard, son. I ain't want nobody doing that. We won't pumping them joints like that. Nah, B, nah. No. Nah. I want this. I want that. I want some more. Jeezy need to come back. Gucci Mane need to come back. Lil Wayne, y'all said that was trash. You know what I mean? But my point is, artists are out here doing it. What's going on, man? Respect the culture. Y'all look real wild saying that stuff, and again, a brother like me who loves the culture, who loves the music, and is a DJ, is just like, I got a gang of vets, OGs, with some joints. What are we? Y'all really are acting like it's quiet out here from the OGs, and the Clipse just surfing, and this is gonna be a new trend. Like, nah, son, they here, B. What are y'all talking about? And again, I guess it's also a sound. Like the sound, I'm looking for a certain sound. I don't know, man. I don't know. But let's just come on, man. Respect the culture is all I'm saying. I got it off my chest. I'ma leave y'all. That's what I'm, because the internet said we need these dudes and these females to come around. There ain't no age limit on the culture. Do what you do. And it's like, yo, they here. What are y'all talking about? What are we talking about? Somebody explain to me what they not listening to, because I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'ma go. And we ain't got a joint. We ain't got nothing to. I messed around and we didn't do the podcast. We didn't do an episode. We messed around and didn't do an episode last week. There was a whole lot of stuff going on. Didn't even do the mix show Saturday or last night, which was Wednesday. But everything is going back to normal. We gonna be back on our grind and do what we do. So yeah, man. But I don't know what I'm about to say. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. Thank y'all for rocking. Y'all know how we do. There is nothing to skip to with these, so we just say it the way we say it. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace. And please go out here and check out these dope MCs. Check out all of these artists. There's so many dudes and females from back in the day that are still making great music. I'm out. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation. This is a Soul of Art presentation.